another video. I am very happy that I have even more Wings of Fire news to share with you guys. Man, these past few months have just been full of treats for us fans, and it's not going to stop anytime soon. So, from a dazzling new activity book's cover reveal to graphic novel art, including a new look at Blob, there's so much to discuss. But before I begin, a huge shout out to my patrons. Dervo95, Thistle, Noobto, Pyronuke, Avril, Pancake, Ascarada, Adequin, Alice Cleaver, Shadow Hunter, That One SeaWing, Moonclaw, and Isaac. Thank you all so much for supporting me. Links to their social medias are in the description down below. Anyways, without further ado, let's get into the video. Starting off, we finally got the long-awaited cover reveal for the glow-in-the-dark coloring book. Though we haven't gotten a proper peek yet into what this one will contain, the cover is gorgeous. I just adore the color palette of blue and green, oh my gosh! It really gives off that neon and glowing effect the activity book will once you fill it in. Brianna C. Walsh's art stuns as always, especially when colored in such a vibrant way. We can see Auklet, Tsunami, some jellyfish, and a SeaWing I'm not too sure of yet. It could be Anemone due to her size, and to fit the sister theme. I mean, what better tribe to depict on the cover than the ones that can literally produce bioluminescent and glowing light beneath the dark waves of the ocean. This is just so pretty and nice, I'm genuinely impressed. I can't wait to get my hands on this activity book when it releases July 7th, 2026. Yes, unfortunately the cover reveal came with a delay announcement. But honestly, I never expected the original one to last since it was on another day of a big release. Still, fingers crossed it gets moved up somewhat. I can't wait until July, this is just too awesome. The book is priced at $17 USD and is currently available for pre-order. It features 90 pages, 24 of which are special and can glow in the dark. Our next sneak peek comes in the form of a scene from the Darkstalker Legends graphic novel. It was posted in a video by Scholastic and showcases the creation of Blob. If you want to go into this scene fully blind, be sure to navigate the timestamps to skip past it and into some non-spoiler territory. For those wanting to stick around, just look at how adorable and awesome this moment was depicted here. We recently got our first ever look at Blob in a preview of the Stickerpedia, but this is how he appears in the graphic novel. Aw, he is just too cute of a little guy, and Indigo is so happy. Fathom is proud of his idea and watches lovingly as his lively wooden octopus crawls on the head of his lover. There's an instant connection. Everything keeps making me more excited for this graphic novel somehow. I know it's going to make WAF history in depicting our favorite scenes so beautifully. And speaking of this content type, we just got our first looks at the two back covers for the Talons of Power graphic novel. The first comes with every paperback copy. It depicts Darkstalker on the new Nightwing throne in the iconic moment where all living animi are summoned to his feet. Turtle, Anemone, and even Jeroboa III are present. It's our initial look at that mysterious Sandwing in graphic novel and adult form. Man, seeing this moment is going to be the best, and I think it was really cool it was chosen to be the back cover. It really depicts Darkstalker as the threat he is, and shows his accurate size in the book very well. A lot of people have been complaining about the awkward pose of him sitting on the throne, which has sparked some debate. And might I just say, Darkstalker sure does have some very strong thighs. But to be honest, it doesn't bother me that much. While I do wish throne sitting wasn't as awkward here and in the previous graphic novels, it's not a ruining detail to me personally. If anything, it shows his wings spread out pretty well. But yeah, it's not the best, even if I don't mind it that much. Then we got another back cover, only this one will be included with every copy of the hardcover version. Despite it being his book, Turtle is not noticeably present, which is actually accurate to how Darkstalker wouldn't see him in this scene thanks to the stick. It's a direct continuation of Escaping Peril and does show Turtle's journey and struggles with invisibility well. Darkstalker is honestly terrifying after having been awoken from the mountain. Moonwatcher, Peril, Keebley, and Winter are all worried at what has just been unleashed. I really like this, and I think the coloring is some of the best we've gotten so far. Right as I was done with this video, we got even more news that I'm absolutely hyped to reveal to you all. Our first look at the Royal SeaWing Pavilion is here, brought to us by an Amazon sneak peek. Oh my gosh, it is literally stunning in every way possible, and greater than I ever could have imagined. Just look at that classy SeaWing style, with gorgeous colors, architecture, detail, and everything. What's to come is not going to be pretty, and prestige will soon turn into terror. But in the earliest moments of the evening, all of it is fabulous. I just have no words, really. Again, this will be a graphic novel for the ages. And to end this video off, I have one super big surprise. The second reveal that I got to add onto this video. Thank you so much to 𝙒𝙤𝙁𝙁 on Twitter for providing me with these photos. You are the best. We now got a look into the bonus content for the Hidden Kingdoms Special Edition copy. If you want to go into the collection fully blind, be sure to navigate those timestamps. But if you just can't wait for another peek into the ultimate versions for fans to collect, then keep watching. There's some huge details about RainWings here. That's right. Based on this old concept art, newly revealed, we can see that the Rainforest Dragons were originally going to have feathers. This was told to us a long time ago in the past, but here's our first look at the designs for it. They were going to take the inspiration of Birds of Paradise another step further by having some more flock than scales on certain parts of their bodies. Early RainWing frills would even be coated in feathers too. They looked much different, and definitely were incredibly creative. Even the claws give me avian vibes. So, you gotta comment down below. Do you prefer the scales or feathers for this beautiful tribe? I don't know which I like more, since they're both really cool. But that's not all, you guys. We even got one of the earliest cover sketches for the Hidden Kingdom. While the back of book 3 was relatively unchanged for the final product, Glory's pose on it was initially going to be much different. Rather than posed up, she was facing down and baring her fangs, readying a venom attack. It's definitely a much different position than we've seen any character on in the covers, and it's super interesting. I really love this and the current version. They both show very different sides of the character. And to end things off, there's a new Q&A in the special edition copy as well. Tui spoke about the strengths of the RainWing tribe, as well as how Glory was treated just because of where her egg came from. It highlighted her character journey in the book and beyond, focusing on that growth she has. The most interesting part of it all is that Tui said she hears everyone who wants a Kinkajou book, which is definitely a little plug she had to put in there for a reason, right? It's not the first time Tui has brought this up, and I think the placement of it in an official release could definitely be a sign that she's fully considering a novel about that bubbly dragonette. Tui also spoke about the romantic relationship between Clay and Peril, and said whether or not they end up together, meaning it could go either way in the future. I am curious if this will ever be a plot point again, or if it's just something for fans to picture the path of themselves. She ended off the Q&A with teasing that Glory and Deathbringer may appear again together in future WAF books too. All of this is incredibly fascinating, and there are so many ways for the stories of WAF to go. I'm glad we got to see the bonus content of Book 3, and I'm interested in what awaits us for 4 and 5 as copies begin to ship out. Man, that is a lot of content, and I'm so glad a lot of it has to do with the brilliantly crafted art of the series. Here's some more TV show and Book 16 updates as well, because then the table will be fully set for a Wings of Fire future. What do you guys think about all this news? What are you anticipating the most? And did any of this surprise you by its reveal? Let me know down below. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.